What's up? Oh, I hope you guys can hear. We're out here walking. Should be getting here pretty soon. There they are back there. I had to run ahead because it's windy out here, and that's pretty friggin' annoying when it's windy and I can't hear anything. One of the more annoying things. So I ran ahead of them. We're out here walking the dog, and Katie's getting her steps in with the baby. So wait for some of you guys to show up. What's up, Barb? Oh shit. Let's see here. I got my other glove on. It's colder out here than I thought. And we'll have a quick chat and get back inside. Hold on. I got my other glove on. All right. I think I'm enough out of the wind where it won't be too bad. We'll just circle back around and find them eventually. What's up, Barb? How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? I usually do this with headphones in. So, we're going to talk about purposeful training. And where'd they go? They're back at the beginning. We're going to talk about purposeful training. Nice. Well, it's not raining here, but it's just below 40 and windy. It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds yesterday. So, much better today. Definitely. Definitely. All right, purposeful training. Make this a quick one. There's a lot of people that subscribe to like a random training protocol. And what they do is they cite, oh boy, Lily found me. So random training protocol. And they say that they're into muscle confusion and they want to be constantly varied and not let their body figure out what they're doing. And in the pursuit of just general wellness and fitness. You can see Lily back here. Where is she? Oh, she's back there somewhere. And that's fine if you really don't have any fitness goals or you're not working towards anything besides getting better at working out. But in reality, if you have any appreciable goals at all, or if you're recovering from injury, or if you're working towards something, then random training isn't for you. You need a program. And that program can be set up a multitude of different ways. There's all different kinds of progressions that you can do and periodizations that you can do. But you need something that you can track and test and that can be reliable and relied on and something that's valid towards your goal. Otherwise, you're just kind of fooling yourself saying that you're working towards something when you're just kind of moving around and getting sweaty. It's just kind of like throwing whatever you can at the wall and hoping that you get better out of it. And I had a question at one of my presentations when I was talking about kind of the unsexy exercises that you have to do to actually progress and get better and reduce injury. And I make a comparison to a multivitamin, that if you're doing these necessary things that aren't exactly as flashy or pretty as everybody likes to put on social media, it's hard to tell if they're working, because the only way you know if they're working is if you don't get hurt. And that's a hard thing to prove. It's a lot like taking a multivitamin. You know, you take your multivitamin or your vitamins or whatever, and the only way you think it's working is if you don't get sick. So there can be kind of a tough selling point in there where if people don't think it's worth it, I just kind of look goofy, I'm wasting my time, stuff like that. And the guy said, well, I do know it's working because we have an annual test and I get better at the annual test every year. So I know that what I'm doing is working. And I said, you can, and this was a good conversation we had, because he was getting better on one side of it, the fitness side, but the stuff he was doing wasn't getting him any less injury prone or more injury resilient at all. And I said, it's completely possible to be in better shape and have abs and be less fat and still be more prone to injury and less safe biomechanically overall. It's completely possible. That's a problem that a lot of people have with CrossFit, is that they have better capacity and they have more ability, but they get hurt. And so you can absolutely lose weight. And this is a problem people have with marathon and long distance running also. You lose a bunch of weight and you feel better, you can do more, but you have more injuries. So just because you're getting in better shape doesn't necessarily mean that you're lessening your chance of injury or bolstering your resiliency at all. So what I tell people is, and I've been kind of trying to use this and refine this statement for a while, but your training for the first responder world or for just life in general. There's a lot of people that have a certain set of movements and they just keep doing those movements over and over again. And they may build capacity, but really they're just getting better at that movement or at that workout or whatever. And that makes you more like a dictionary for that movement. You can specify exactly what you're doing and which the needs are and demands are, and you can accomplish that. But I challenge people to make their movement vocabulary, their movement database, more like a thesaurus than a dictionary. I don't need one specific word to make a sentence. I need to be able to pick from a bunch of different words to write a book, right? So when you have a movement problem in front of you, you need to have a bunch of different movements or variations of movement that you can call upon to solve that problem. And so that's the kind of training that I like to do. If you're my client or you've worked out at any of the places I've worked out at, like LGN or with RAF down in Tampa, there are specific movements that we drill, right? But there's a lot of variation on some primal movements and some very basic fundamental concepts. So that in the real world or in your occupation or picking up the kids or running around or grabbing your dog before it runs in the street or pushing a shopping cart with one hand or mowing the grass and pulling it backwards, whatever it is, you're not going to set up in a deadlift stance and wing your feet out into a sumo stance and lock your lats down to do any of that. You're going to have to call upon a variation of a push, pull, hinge, whatever to get that task done. And if you're a first responder, that means that the stakes are even higher at that time that you need to perform. So I'm kind of going, oh boy. There she is back there. There's the doodle. We'll walk towards her some more. So that's my challenge. And that's what purposeful training is all about, is actually taking inventory of what your tasks and your responsibilities are going to be, and then moving and training in a way that's going to appeal to those and not just make you better at working out. All right, so that was a quick talk. Lily's eating grass over here because that's what Lily does. We're just going to hang out for a little bit. Barb, do you have any questions? I'm going to try to edit this down to that little bite. And if you ask any dumb questions, we can cut them out. Don't worry. Ah, God, back in the wind again. There's Lily. Where is she? Here's the doodle. Bill. Hey, quit eating. Whatever. Hey, stop. Stop. So, all right, we're going to wrap this thing up. It's been a nice quick one. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.